one. Actually, you're the only one on the list right now. So, but I have to be honest, I wrote down your name and I wrote down that you got one question, but I did not write down the question. But anyways, so I just want to say hello to everyone. Thank you all so much for being here. Um, Super excited. Thank you for the donation, Dominique, and always your support. I thank everyone else for the support and the love. Everyone say hi to Zyla and send her lots of love because she's not feeling super great today.
I feel good.
So we want to just send her lots of love. Girl, you had a fever earlier.
Yeah, earlier.
Hey, Lucas. How are you? Yep. My Cash App is in the thing.
Description.
The description box. Yeah. Thanks.
That way.
Thank you, Dominique. Thank you, love. Lucas, I'm gonna do Dominique's question, and then let me know after you send that in, and I have you on the list here. Dominique, if you want to go ahead and throw your question up here. I'm sorry, I should have wrote it down. Hey, Lori, so glad to see you. Thank you so much for all your support and your love and your nurturing and kind words. Okay, so you're just wanting any type of, whatever messages need to come through. Dominique? The lighting in here right now is not good, folks. I do not look very good. Let's see if we can find a filter that makes me look better. No. Okay, Dominique, you got it. All right, so we're just going to get general ancestor messages. Ooh, bubbles.
Ooh, bubbles. Do the bubbles.
No, that's too distracting, I think. It would be way too distracting for me. That looks
Decent.
green.
Green. Colors.
That makes me feel like we're tripping on acid.
What?
No, I don't like any of the filters. Okay, so all right. Thank you, Dominique. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like my complexion, like my skin, I don't know. I threw on this big old heavy sweater because it was getting cold. All right, let's get some ancestor messages for Dominique. Just some general ancestor messages for Dominique, please. What would Dominique's ancestors like for her to know at this time? So I heard you carry the weight of the world. But this is actually, it feels like it's actually like, I feel like you put that on yourself. Like that you are, there's something about boundaries and I think it has to do with your work environment more so than any other environment at this time right now. I think that you are like something about like taking too much on, like I heard like whoa, like like if somebody were like like it feels like maybe Dominique right now you really need to just kind of slow down a little bit, right? Your ancestors are really applauding you at your work ethic and how you are just so willing to help others and pick up the slack and do all this stuff. But they really want you to know that like you are already like alchemizing a lot of the energy around you, so you're already doing a lot of work. So not to say like, hey, don't have such a great work ethic, but it's more so to say like, hey, don't let these people get under the impression that Dominique's just gonna do it all, right? Like, don't allow them to like kind of take that impression of you, because while yes, you are such a hard worker, but after a while it would get to a point where people would start taking advantage of you, because they don't even recognize how much you're already doing for them energetically. Okay? So, and I mean, a lot of times I feel like we as empaths, we don't recognize all that we're doing for other people energetically. So, um, that's what they want to kind of tell you right now, as far as, because like I feel like as far as everything else, you're doing such a good job, and I feel like they want to come through and just let you know and remind you and kind of give you this like warm embrace and just let you know that you are so loved and you are so cared for, and you are exactly where you're meant to be, taking the right steps, doing the right things, but just pull back a little bit. Just pull back. I'm so glad that that confirmed exactly what you needed to hear, Dominique. Your ancestors they love you so much. You're very welcome. It's my pleasure. I'm here for you all the time. Um, Lori, you're funny. Lucas, are you back? Is Lucas back? Hello to everyone. Hey, Maui. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry about my dog. He's rude sometimes. Oh, Dominique, I'm sorry that you were so upset, but I do feel like that was it. It was releasing more than anything, for sure. Lucas, if you want to go ahead, I don't know if you purchased one or two questions, just let me know. And if you purchased one, go ahead and put it. If you purchased two, just put the first one, and then we'll do the second one when we're ready for it. Awesome. Thank you, Lucas. Okay, so go ahead and do your first question. I wonder what that was about. That's really interesting. That's odd. Okay, why am I so angry at the moment? Does it have to do with inner perspective or outer influence? Or what is the reasoning? Okay. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, why is Lucas feeling so angry at this time? Immediately, I heard alchemizing. So I feel very much so that a lot of that is actually energy that you're taking on. There's something about needing to have more firm boundaries with some people in your space, in your reality, the people that you spend time with, and things like that. Not that they're bad people, just more so of boundaries, so that way that you can make sure that you're not really taking on too much of their energy, because I do feel like you probably are an empath in some type of form, and that you may take on other people's energy in that way, because immediately they were telling me that you were alchemizing. So I do feel like as far as the alchemization goes, it does feel more on a collective level, but I think that it is amplified for you right now, Lucas, because of a lack of boundaries that you have with, I feel like there's like maybe two or three people, and these people, I don't think they really come off as like angry people. You wouldn't really think that, but there's an energy that you're picking up on that kind of triggers your anger. So yes, there is also some inside of you, but that's part of your shadow side that I feel like really should be like honored, right? Because our shadows are actually like a part of who we are. It's a good they're good to have. You need to have them. They're with you for a reason, right? And sometimes you just got to pull them out of your wallet, right? In order to keep those boundaries and things like that, and protect yourself and protect your peace. But it does feel like a lot of it is alchemizing a collective energy, and some of it is it's like I feel like some energy is seeping through because of a lack of boundaries. So what kind of I started to just let that go, and then I was like, well, wait a second, we should get some advice. So what should Lucas do about this? So first of all, just the awareness of it is going to really help you, Lucas, because you will recognize that, you know, the next time this comes up for you, you're going to be able to disassociate yourself, right? You're going to be able to detach yourself from that emotion, actually, and just kind of watch it like flow through you in a way, right? A good way to do that, a good way to neutralize energy is say you're like a busy person and you're busy throughout the day, wash your hands. Use water. Water neutralizes energy like magic. So wash your hands. You know what I mean? That's a good trick to do it if you're busy. Otherwise, I would suggest, you know, you can go sit out in the sun for 30 minutes, or you can put your feet in the ground for 30 minutes. You can take a shower. Anything like that will really help kind of help the process of alchemizing. But the biggest thing is the awareness of it. And we're ready for your second question. Hey Shauna, thank you so much for jumping in and just saying hey and putting your energy into the live. We love you so much. I hope you have sweet, beautiful dreams and a fantastic weekend. Okay. Is Lucas wrong for not wanting to spend time with his family? No. So immediately when I read the question, I heard the word toxic. And then when I asked the question, I heard the word no. So that to me tells me that this is that you probably have some toxic family members. I heard like maybe like narcissistic tendencies a little bit. I feel like maybe there's a little bit of manipulation in there. But ultimately it just feels like a negative environment. But it feels like on the outside looking in, it's like this, they portray this like super happy family that there's nothing wrong, but then like behind closed doors, it's like all of these things that you would never expect. No, do not be hard on yourself about this. You are on the right track. You're making the right decisions because you're protecting your own peace. And that's super important. So you're not wrong. You're perfectly correct in following your heart on that. Definitely. You're very welcome, Lucas. Thank you so much for your support and for being here. I really appreciate it. And the donation, absolutely. I very much appreciate it. I I completely understand, and you certainly are not alone, Lucas. You certainly are not, and you have a whole community of support here. And also, you have definitely some very strong-willed, and also I don't like. I don't want to say like they're not soft-spoken. What's the opposite of that? Very, anyways, ancestors and angels around you. So yeah, no, Maui, no, absolutely not. No. Yeah, you're definitely making the right decision because you might find yourself jumping off the boat. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Maybe blunt. Um, that might be the right word. But like they're, yeah, blunt is probably a good word. Very much so, like to your defense, quicker than you probably realize, Lucas. I feel like they're reaching out and wanting to connect with you more. I don't know. I feel like you might start hearing from your ancestors and your angels more, or start seeing more messages from them. It might scare you at first, okay? So maybe that's why why they're telling me to tell you. Oh my gosh, the boat library. Good. I'm glad you can feel them. Yeah. Good. Yeah, because it's strong. It is really strong. Like I feel like I almost wonder if some of them were actually like have that had a lot of fire. I don't know. I wouldn't want to call them fire signs because they probably did different zodiacs and many different lifetimes. But fire energy does feel very strong here. You're right with the passion. Absolutely. Just very, almost like Sagittarius energy of just like, listen, I'm going to tell you how it is, and I don't give a shit if you like it or not. like, it makes me feel good to say it, so I'm going to say it. Maui, what are you barking at, buddy? I like that. That's good. I can definitely feel that. Oh yeah. Sometimes it throws me off too. Well, I gotta say, probably over the last year or so, I've really gotten comfortable um, with my ancestors and guides that are around. Sometimes I can like see when they sit down on my furniture, it'll like go in a little bit. Hey, can you stop? Like, I don't know, like, because I feel like it's energy. So are they really sitting there, or are they just trying to like show me in that way that they're there? I'm not sure, but I just I just say hi and carry on with my day. Really? That's so cool. Did it scare you? Yeah, it is nuts when that happens. Because you're like, okay, this is really happening right now. Like, pushed your legs. Like, were you like laying down, or what were you doing? Maui, you're really needy right now. I get that, Dominique. Sometimes all the downloads are a lot. So it's not, so you were definitely in like that theta state where like, yeah, that's that's insane. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. And is it theta state? I don't know. I think that's what it is. And you're like basically I love floating in that zone. Um okay, Lorraine. I mean Lori. We'll see you when you get back. Sorry. Yeah, sometimes I get flashbacks. The one that I get the most is when I'm like walking. It's like I'm walking through like the woods, like some sort of forest area, and I've got like a candle in front of me. It's kind of like cloudy out. Um, it definitely feels like I am uh, like I hate to say it, like walking to be like crucified in a way. I don't know, but at the same time, it also feels like I'm just walking through the woods. Like it was a witchy time for me. It was a witchy time. But anyways, back to that state, like right before you're sleeping, and it's like super. I love sitting in that state because I feel like I can, like it's like I can consciously astral travel, if that makes sense. I haven't figured out how to learn how to control it, but I tried. Like I I tried. Fighting in Africa in a huge boat, standing on the like. Wait, standing on the edge like you're about to jump off, or just like you're standing on the like on the outside rail, like looking over. Yeah, that would be enough to kind of be like, wait a second, what's happening? For sure, you're not wrong. I feel like they're warming you up. Nice. I'm not surprised that you were a leader. That doesn't surprise me at all. Like, nope. They sound very interesting. So I wonder what that means. Okay, Lori, go ahead and put up um, your first question. But I wonder what that means when we're seeing those. Like, is that something that we need to like try to access more and heal? I don't know. Lucas, the confidence comes in over time. You know what I mean? Like, and it comes with just sometimes, like going through little bits, like little phases of testing your intuition and then like asking for validation for it. So, um, and we can go over that. Lori's about to put her question, but yeah, I would say start like starting tomorrow in the morning. Think of something that you want, clarification on, and ask, like literally ask it out loud, and then allow the universe to kind of bring you the answer. And then if you want verification, like ask for that, like, hey, like you get it. And and learn how to use your, because I feel like you might be stepping into a time where like you will learn what your gifts are and how to use them if you ask, because your ancestors and your angels are definitely around and they want you to use them for sure. Oh, that's a good idea, Dominique. Can you feel the shift in my healing and the manifestation that I'm working very hard on? Okay, let's see. Let me tap into your energy here, Lori. Yes, I do feel like it feels like you released a little bit more of the attachment to the outcome and also the control of how it's going to happen. Like it feels almost like, hold on loosely. Is that how it goes? And don't let go. So yeah, it feels like it's almost like you just kind of like loosened your grip, right? Like your grip was like this and it feels like it just went like this a little bit, which actually will like is opening your hand up to receive in a way. But you're not like you're not letting go of it and kind of showing the universe like I expect this. So I definitely do feel a shift in a way of um, like surrendering to this, what you've been working on, to this manifestation. I just heard some sirens outside, so I think that is definitely a synchronicity letting us know, like, you know, yeah, like I, I don't take it as a bad sign, but yeah, I definitely, and I have goosebumps right now. Yeah, for sure. Mhm. And I think also there was a download with you, Lori, in a way of kind of like where maybe you were holding on too tightly. And it feels like also like a little bit more faith and a little bit more trust was born inside of you. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. I'm gonna. Perfect. I love that. Finish that one off. Drink some of this one. And that's awesome, Lucas. That's exactly what you need to do. Just order your steps, right? Just order your steps. That's right. I mean, really, all we can control is how we react to this crazy ass world. Lori, if you want to go ahead and put your second question. Just a random question for you guys from me. Should I do a live brain spotting session on YouTube? I am setting up, I've got several people next week that are doing a free 30-minute session to test it out and stuff. I'll probably be cutting that off here soon, but okay. All right. Let's get some messages from Lori's father and Nona. I don't know why I heard the word sugar. And then I saw like a sugar jar. Maybe they'll elaborate a little bit more on that. I think that's from Nona. She's taking me back to the kitchen. There's something about her connection with you in the kitchen. And we've had this conversation before, Lori. Let's see. Messages for Lori from her dad and her Nona. Let me pull some cards here. Okay, it feels like there's something about visions coming through. Like, I don't know if do you have visions, Lori? Like it feels like, I feel like there might be like a series of visions that come through, that almost you kind of have to like put together like a piece of the puzzle or something like that. But also at the same time, they're also coming through and saying something about like looking at like looking at the bigger picture, as far as this manifestation goes. There and I think you'll get some sort of clarity with this, but it does feel like there are visions that are coming through to you, and it almost feels like they're like little bleeps, like showing you like maybe like a building or some sort of, I don't know. It just feels like they're like little flashes of visions, that's kind of actually like showing you how your manifestation is going to unfold. But I also feel like just in general, there's some sort of transformation in this gift, like it's getting stronger, and so the visions are getting clearer and coming through more quickly. So pay attention to your visions. Sorry, I just wanted to read all those. Lucas, definitely email me and we can set up a free brain spotting session. But yeah, Lori, pay attention to your visions for sure. They're trying to, I feel like they're giving you like little tiny like keys that it feels like you're like almost like it's gonna be like a like they're gonna give you one vision and it's a key that's gonna unlock a door, and then once you get in that door there's another vision, and it shows you where the key is, and then you're gonna unlock that door. So it feels like they're trying to take you down this path. When it doesn't make sense, absolutely do it. When it doesn't make sense, that's usually when you're right on track. Awesome. Thanks, Lucas. Hey, Wild Hearted Alchemy. Um, but yeah, and then there's also something about like preparing yourself for when this happens. Like I heard like get ready so you can, or stay ready so you don't have to get ready or something like that. I feel like a little bit of your dad's business side is coming out in a way of like, okay, so if we're going to bring this through, like, you need to be ready for it because for some reason I feel like it might somehow keep you busy or something like that. So yeah, I feel like your dad's coming through and you know, on his business piece and just being like, all right. It feels like it's like he's taught, you know what I mean? Like for example, like you know, my kids wanted a dog. I go get the dog, and you know, I'm sitting them down, and I'm like, you know, before we go get the dog, I'm like, okay, so we got to go get the, you know, we got to go get the food and the bowl and the leash and the collar and the treats and the, you know, all these different things. So it feels like he wants to like sit you down and just you and him one on one and have this like preparation or like business type of chat. Uh, yeah, he's in business mode for sure. um, Perfect. Okay. It feels like, yeah. Um, you know, like you like a parent like sitting you down and like being like, okay, so we're gonna do this, but this is how you know, you have to be responsible. You have to make sure you're doing your part. Like, I don't know, it just, not that you're not doing your part, but like that's what it feels like, just that, you know, that talk where you sit down and like, all right, it's about to come through. Are you really ready? I don't think that one does. Do the good witch, God bless, at gmail.com. Hey, Wild Hearted Alchemy. Um, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. I hope you're doing well on this fine Saturday evening. Yeah, and you know what's funny is I didn't even see that show until long after I made that email. I just want you to know that. Like, it wasn't me copying off the show. The show found me after I made that email. Yeah. Yeah, like yeah, but it just feels like he's trying to at like, I don't know. It just really feels like whatever this manifestation is, it may really kind of sing to your inner child, Lori. And that's why maybe that's why I feel like I'm sitting, you know what I mean? Like, it feels like I'm like what he is. No, you would be next, Wild Hearted Alchemy. You would be next, my dear. Um, but yeah, so I think that's why the energy is coming through so innocent, like he's talking to you so innocent, like, you know, like just like you're a child. Like, you know, it doesn't feel like an adult talking to an adult. It feels like an adult talking to a child. So I feel like whatever this manifestation is, I think that it really comes from your inner child, and it really sings to that part of you for some reason. Is why I want to say, I don't know why I want to say it that way, but I don't see any emails. I wish I had a way to type it up. Yeah. Yeah, Dominique, that sounds very much like this energy. Thank you, Dominique. Yes, so she typed the perfect, that's the exact email. Yeah, and you know what? I had commented on every single one that you put a comment on with my email address. Did you not see any of them? Okay. All right, we'll see you when you get back. Thank you so much for purchasing. Yeah, like every single one. That's so odd. YouTube does some weird stuff sometimes. Like, I think it deletes some of my subscribers sometimes, and that's, whatever, that's fine. Like, I trust the process for sure. Like, doesn't bother me any. I feel like a lot of us have developed such a tight-knit group here, such a close family. It feels so good. That's right, how rude. Okay, good. I'm glad, Lori, that you feel, that he was coming through with you on that. It definitely, it felt very nurturing. And awesome, Lucas. We will get that set up probably for sometime next week. Okay, Sarah, you go ahead and put your first question. You're very welcome, Lucas. Have a fantastic evening. Thank you so much for being here and donating, purchasing a reading, and I look forward to working with you soon. Have a fantastic evening. Take your time, Sarah. No problem. Yeah, I don't know why YouTube does that, Lori. Like, it just is like, oh, well, and it happens a lot when I don't post things constantly. Like, if I'm not posting every single day, like, YouTube's like, oh, she's not paying attention. Let's just get rid of these. Like, yes, I'm still paying attention. Like, hello. But I will say I have released the attachment to the number. I should say, which is good. That's definitely good. But I'm excited about brain spotting because I feel like I've definitely found my home in this. Yeah. Whoa, where did everyone go? That's crazy. Like, that's so crazy. Like, why they would do that? I don't know. Maybe they don't do it on purpose. It's just a program. Is that what you're saying? I don't know what algorithm really truly means. Like, I know the concept of it, but it's like, do they? Because I feel like there's more than 2 people in here right now. Okay. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. So, Sarah, okay. So, let's get some guidance and advice, kind of check in on Sarah as far as business and love goes. Lori, thank you so much for being here, for your support, purchasing a couple readings, and just always just being you. I love you so much. Have a wonderful evening and a fantastic party tomorrow, okay? Okay. So definitely on the right track. Things, and I feel like because we got the King of Wands here and it came out and I wasn't really shuffling for cards to come out, so he definitely wanted to show his face. So the King of Wands is very optimistic, definitely takes action, moves quickly. So I do feel like things, with this new moon, actually, you might see some movement. More so in the business front. I feel like something about your stability being kind of stabilized before this romance comes in. Yeah, I feel like there's something about, so there's definitely something going on with your like masculine energy that's healing. I feel like what's going on is you're moving from this your masculine energy kind of being in this like striving and this survival mode into like living mode and trusting and knowing that you're cared for and letting go of attachments of material things in a way, and knowing, and I think this is going to kind of really stabilize your root chakra and kind of really open that back up, and really kind of put out this energy that's going to kind of like attract to you the business that you're looking for, and then and also I'm hearing big time the business that you're ready for. Okay, so there is also this energy of like getting ready for it, right? Like I feel like you need to really kind of get yourself into this routine and make it so your routine kind of includes having all of this business, right? Leave space for it to come in. So even if you find yourself just throughout the day, not doing much, you're creating space for it, but also you want to make sure that all of your other responsibilities are taken care of also. I hope that makes sense. It's like something about being more disciplined in your daily routine and making sure, you know, get all your stuff that's in your reality done, and then but then make sure you leave space for this to come. It has time to come in. And I feel very much so, like I'm hearing something about like it's something about like a business transaction where this love might actually come through. It's somebody who also is like spiritual in a way, but it feels like they come through after you really kind of solidify your stability. Like it's like after your root chakra heals and opens back up, if that makes sense, and then it kind of radiates this energy that really attracts all this business, and because then that's going to trigger this confidence inside of you that's going to radiate off and it's going to attract this person. It's almost like basically you're ready for love, except for you know, your stability will make you more confident, and your confidence will attract this person. So yeah, that's kind of a check-in of where all of that is standing. But understand that you are on track. You are exactly where you should be, right? We need to trust the process and understand that definitely things are going as they should. Perfect. Yeah. You know, if you're very welcome. You're very welcome. I think you still have another question, don't you? Yeah, if you're following your intuition, Sarah, you're right on track. I feel like you are. I feel like you're definitely right on track, because here's what's going to happen is you're always going to get where you need to be. It's going to unfold for you. Right? You're going to, you know, for me, like I feel like I really got into readings so I could learn my intuition. I could learn how to use it. I could learn how to trust it. And then because with brain spotting, I also have to use my intuition and my gifts, but in a different way. And so I feel like, you know, the readings kind of led me up to the brain spotting, right? And now we're evolving, we're leveling up, right? I'm still going to do readings because I love doing readings. But yeah. Thank you, Lori. You're so sweet and so kind. Oh, such a nurturing soul. I love her so much. For sure. A very mothering energy. I love it. Especially because I didn't really have that growing up. Or ever. Oh, goodness. Hey, Golden Aura. Okay. All right. What does Sarah need to hear at this time? How are you doing, my Golden Aura? Love you so much. I love how you just randomly pop in. She's been a subscriber for such a long time. One of my day one A1s. All right, let's get some general messages for Sarah at this time. Yeah, things are definitely transforming for you, though. I see that for sure. In happiness and abundance, because those came out, but they fell on the floor, so we're gonna leave them. What are some general messages for Sarah at this time? I heard the word organization, so I don't know. That kind of goes back to what we were talking about before. This kind of, okay. Like, I want to get more than this because I feel like I'm repeating myself a little bit, but plan your work, work your plan. That is one thing that's really coming through for you, Sarah, is something about disciplines. Really, really important, because I feel like you are on the brink of this big change, and it's, yeah. Okay. Also, I do feel like there's going to be an opportunity, Sarah, coming up for you to kind of show the universe and to show God how bad you want it, right? So it almost feels like this energy of like, you might be right in the middle of doing something, but something more social, something that isn't business related or anything like that. And you might get an opportunity to like do a reading for somebody, or to I don't, do you have any products? Because I heard the word product, so I don't know if there's a product that you might sell, or what it may be, but I feel like it may come to you as such a surprise, and you may not even be around any of your stuff or anything like that. So it may be something where you got to get up and you got to go home to do this. Do it. Get up and go home and do the reading, because I feel like it's like your dedication to this, right? Okay, so maybe that's what it is. I don't know what it is, but it feels like there's going to be some sale that comes through once you put yourself out there, and like God wants you to show, the universe wants you to show it, like, yeah, this is how serious I am about this. I will stop what I'm doing and I will put myself and my business first, in order to make this grow, right? So expect that to come, okay? And I feel like that opens a door. There's like, it's like that is the key. Like you're, and it's gonna open the door to a more steady flow. You're welcome, Sarah. Farmer's market? What are you doing at the farmer's market? With your candles? I'm so glad to hear that, Golden Aura. I'm sorry, Sarah, that you have a lot of anxiety and depression. If you want to try brain spotting, I'm offering some free sessions. Send me an email and we can give it a shot for sure. Yeah, I feel like the farmer's market is such a good idea for you, Dominique. I really do. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I also feel like you're welcome. Send me an email. I also feel like some new creativity with the candles is going to come through. I don't know. It feels like almost like it's being reborn in a way. Yeah, it's good. I feel some excitement there. So definitely do that. Definitely follow your intuition on getting that out of your storage unit for sure. Ooh, that would be super cool. Sure. Yeah, that's fine, Dominique. Yes, absolutely. And you're only going to know one step at a time, Sarah. And it seems so scary, but once you really get in that flow of knowing one step and taking the step and seeing, yeah, that's perfect, Dominique. Um, and then that second step will show right up for you, and you're going to start to develop this faith and this trust that is stronger and cannot be broken, and each step is going to just fall right into place, but you have to take the first step. Yes, exactly. Perfect. Yes, glory to God, always. Definitely. I don't know why I pointed up because God is everything. Like, God is energy, God is the universe. It is fun once you really get control of your thoughts and you have faith and you really know that you can trust, right, the universe and God. It is it is fun to just live. Okay. Sarah, you're sweet. Okay. So I definitely feel like that rejection was for sure your protection. Not that it was actually rejection because it was just flirtatious at that point. Um, that was definitely for sure your protection. But let's dive a little deeper than that, Dominique. Let's figure out like what was dude even thinking? Mm. Okay. I feel like he took the easy way out. Is what I think happened. It feels like it would have been too much to, because it feels like he was already like, are you talking about somebody in specific, or are you talking about in general? Because I feel like this may be more than one person that this has happened, and it seems like a lot of it is your protection, but it also feels like and I think that your protection because these men will take the easy way out. They don't have your will or your strength or anything like that, and so they come towards you, and then it's almost like your ancestors are like, no, no, you silly goose, you cannot even get close to her. Like, are you kidding me? No. Go back home to your baby mama or your, whoever, because you can't mess with Dominique. Like, she's got too much going on. She's got too much going for her, and you, my friend, would just kind of fuck that all up. Not because of anything that you would do, Dominique, but more so of like their vibes are just they take the easy way out, right? They don't put in the energy, they don't put in the effort. And so not only would your manifestations and things like that be affected, it also so would like your drive and your will at some point, like just because you would be around this person, you'd be taking on their energy. So I feel like when this happens, Dominique, it's your protection. It is your ancestors protecting you, like, and basically scaring these people off, really to where they came from. So yeah, you're welcome. It basically, none of these people are good enough for you, and I hate to say it like that. That's a terrible way to say it. None of these people are, like you said, energetically a match for you, because they don't want to actually put in the work to do the inner work. They may look on the outside like they got their shit together and they're some big whatever hotshot, I don't know. But honestly, internally, there's a lot of insecurities. There's a lot of doubt. There's a lot there. I'm also hearing like victim mentality and things of those natures that it's really just you're being protected, and that's how that's going. You're welcome. So definitely not a reflection of you at all. Actually, it is a reflection of you, of how much of a badass you are. The fact that you are, one, you're that protected. Two, you have such a role here that like like nobody can even get close to you unless if they are an energetic match. And three, that your ancestors are just they're that strong about you. They're that, you know what I mean? Yeah. So that says a lot about you, for sure. But what they're doing is not a reflection of you at all. That's right, Sarah. That's exactly what they're doing. Protecting her heart and her mission. But yeah. Like what? Like that would be weird. Like all of a sudden. That's right, Sarah. We don't need to be. She doesn't need to be settling for nothing. Because she can do it all on her own. Well, now, come on. I'm trying to light this incense. I chose lavender for tonight's live. It's been a pretty chill time. Golden Aura, I can't see it. So if you sent it, I trust you. Did you get one question or two? And also, thank you so much for participating and sending it in. I mean, purchasing, sorry. Yeah, you know what? Awesome. You can go ahead and post your question. Yeah, you know where that comes from? It comes from the fact that we, you got it. It comes from the fact that we were raised in such a chaotic and toxic environment that that's what we're used to, that's what we attract until we recognize that that's not healthy. And then we start creating boundaries and stuff. So it's actually very normal that you attract that. I've attracted chaos my entire life. But I'm learning that it's, over the last 5 years or so, I've learned that that's not normal. Okay, so what's next in love for Golden Aura Tarot? What's next in love? I feel like I should pick up that Cups of Love deck, but I want to see what comes out here. I usually don't pull cards, but apparently we are doing it. Interesting. So there's not a single card out here that says anyone from your past. And I don't know if this is romantic or not. But it does feel like there's some sort of courage, some sort of communication, like somebody's getting the courage to come communicate to you to kind of balance things out. I feel like this is really actually going to really heal something very strong within you, like a DNA shifting type of shift inside of you. So this may not actually be romantic. I don't know if you were intending on it to be romantic love, or it could also be, you take it as it resonates, but it does feel like there is somebody who has their eye on you. This is somebody that would need to come in and kind of balance things out with you. Okay, they're feeling like really small right now, though. Like they're nervous, so it feels like maybe they didn't actually, probably, like, things didn't end off the way they should have. And they're worried about coming through, but they want to come through, and they want to come up with some sort of plan, some sort of solution, some sort of way to work through this in a way. Even if when you come out on the other side, that you guys are still, going separate ways or whatever it may be, it just feels like there's some sort of breakthrough with this connection. This connection, whatever it may be, is kind of creating some sort of blockage, but this person is going to come through and there's going to be some sort of breakthrough with this blockage. Yeah. And then it feels like after that is when there's some sort of, ooh, I got goosebumps. Then after that, it feels like there's some sort of wish fulfillment that's coming through, some sort of and also feels like your self-love will grow in such a way. There's some sort of, you're going to be attracting some type of wish fulfillment. It feels young, so it feels new, it feels exciting, and it feels refreshing. Hey Maria, I'm not really doing a collective today. I'm just doing readings by, you could purchase 1 or 2 questions. Feel free to do that. Let me see if anything else wants to come through for Golden Aura as far as this goes. Maybe any advice. I feel like honestly, well then maybe it's not actually, like I said, I don't know if whoever's coming through is romantic. But it feels like even if this person is not romantic, there's some sort of wound there that's causing blockage for romance to come in. I think that, I hope that makes sense. So I don't know who, okay, let's see if we can figure out who this communication is coming through. Who's wanting to clear things up with Golden Aura? Yeah, this is like, this card was already out. This feels like, you know, like it may actually be some sort of like divine communication, because we got the shaman and it feels like a very wise old soul. So I'm not sure if, I don't know, it just feels like there's some sort of communication that's coming towards you to kind of balance things out, clear things up. Like yeah. And then comes in the offer. Then you attract this romance. Whatever this communication is though, it's clearing some sort of blockage is what it's doing. So it could simply just be like a download. And you're like, "Oh, fuck. That makes perfect sense." And it kind of like alchemizes something that's been sitting inside of you that's been blocking this wish fulfillment from coming forward, and then the next thing you know, there they are. So yeah, that's what it feels like. Yeah, mysterious for sure. Like yeah. But we, you know, we have the 9 of Pentacles going to the 10 of Pentacles. So I do feel like there is some sort of addition coming through soon. But with the High Priestess here, it could very well just be a download. It could very well just be communication from your ancestors that's like healing you in such a way that's going to like attract, like clear this blockage and attract somebody. It's almost like, I feel like maybe like, you know, you've got like some ancestors or some angels, or like that shaman card felt very masculine in energy, but I do feel a little bit of like a female energy coming through that's almost like feeling like, okay, well, she's been alone long enough. Can we just like take care of this? Like, I don't know. It's really odd. You're welcome, Golden Aura. I don't know if you want to send in like, I don't want to charge you the full $12. Just do like right. Sarah, just do, I don't know. Like, I'm hearing like $6. Just do like $6. So maybe I was hearing it out of your mind, or you're welcome, Sarah. Yeah, that's very interesting, Golden Aura. I look forward to hearing about it because it. No problem, Sarah. Go ahead. Mm, that's exactly right, Dominique. Yeah, there. I don't know. There. Um. Yeah. I'm glad that you got some confirmation on that feeling, like that there. Yeah, there are people, but I do feel like even through the fear, again, it could also just be a spiritual message. Like, I'm not sure. That's true, Dominique. Definitely. It is crazy when you just ask, like, literally ask and you shall receive is the realest thing ever. And it could very well be both, Dominique. Absolutely. Definitely. Um, but yeah, if you ask and then you have faith, like you will receive. And it's wild to just really allow that process to, and then accept the fact that it's so real. It's so real. Well, good. I'm glad we're all on the same page. But do expect some sort of transformation, some sort of something is going to be healed. And yeah, Sarah, go ahead and type it out, which is going to clear some sort of blockage. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Be careful what you wish for. But I bet that felt real good. I bet that felt real good. Sometimes it's like, I feel like because, like I'll get a lot of random messages and stuff, and It's just, you can tell these people are doing the same thing. Like, what's your name? Where are you from? Are you married? Like, if I were married, do you think I'd be messaging you? Probably not. Do you have any kids? What do you do? Like, it's the same thing over and over again. It feels like these people are like robots. Like, it's like, no, that's not for me. I'm just gonna wait until God puts somebody in my face. like, like I want to trip over them or something. Okay, so I was believing I was. It's so annoying, Golden Aura. Healing from hell. So as I'm reading this, Sarah, I immediately am hearing it's the timing. So I don't feel like at all that you were wrong. I think you were wrong about the timeline. I think that you definitely channeled some information, but it was definitely about where you okay about the strong government or what exactly. Okay. So, yeah, no, I really feel like Sarah, you're right, okay? You're not wrong, you're not crazy. It feels it's it's the timing of it. Because I got to tell you, that's happened to me before. Is I've also and also they just told me the timing, but just for an example, about 5 years ago, I had a vision of this. Well, but uh, I'm sure you're going to go back to Seattle at some point. Um, but I think that also the significance with Seattle wasn't him. I feel like those are actually two different things. Um, there was something else maybe significant about Seattle. Um, but it's the timeline of everything. Um, but I want to tell you, so 5 years ago, I had this vision. I saw this house, and it was in like the location of it. I knew exactly where the location of it was. I was and this house is not a small house. It's something magnificent. It's on the water. It's beautiful. It's actually in like couple, two very small towns over. And thank you so much for being here, Golden Aura. I appreciate you. Um, Possibly, Sarah. I will. I'm gonna look more into it, but I want to tell you about this first. So, 5 years goes by, and I've never seen this house. I knew exactly where it was going to be located. I knew exactly where it was going to be located at. Um, and for some reason, I would drive down that road and I never saw the house until 2 weeks ago. Suddenly, this house came into my reality, exactly where I knew it was going to be. Like, exactly where I saw it. It's the exact house that I saw in my vision 5 years ago. You want to know what the address is? The house number is 2222. Tell me. So this, I just want to tell you, Sarah, that it's all about the timing, and it's about growing and learning to trust yourself. So let's check more into that. So Tell me, do you have That's way too cool. I'm sorry. I love a good. Would that be considered a pun? I love a good pun. All right, let's get. What else does Sarah need to know about this, though? Let's help. Let's help Sarah. What guidance can we give her so she can trust her intuition, trust herself? Let's. You're so punny. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. So here's another thing that's coming through is that because I feel like you doubted yourself to begin with, before you even went on the trip, before you even, like, there was doubt already in your energy about this. Now, that's not what prevented this. Again, it feels very much like it's divine timing. But this was kind of a test of like your trust in yourself, but also how you react to the situation. Like, I feel like this was just part of the journey, and it just it there was something else that was coming through, but it kind of slipped away. So that itself might be significant. Something slipping away. Not that any of that is going to slip away. Do we have any other messages for Sarah about this? Something about when you least expect it. So I would say, like, let it go. That's the advice that's really coming through. Is let it go. Continue to focus on yourself, and allow this to come to you. Okay. Even though I know that it came through that you would meet him in Seattle and things like that. Just trust the process and allow it to, and I think that's kind of the big thing that's going on right here. And you had even mentioned earlier that you were letting go of control and stuff. But I do really feel like this was almost a moment for you to like surrender in a way. And I think that's very significant here. Is surrendering. But yeah, it's all about divine timing, and also being, we talked about your root chakra kind of opening up and then building this confidence, and then your heart chakra kind of leveling up and then being able to attract this person. So it could have been that maybe when you were in Seattle, you walked right by this person, but you had no idea because neither one of you could see each other because you weren't quite in alignment yet. You stalk way too much. Thank you about my laugh. Exactly. And really, honestly, are any of us in any control here? Let's be real. Let's be real. I feel like the universe is in control. Like, that's, and you know what I mean? Um, I'm so glad. Um, I think on the 20th, I do feel like it might have been a random guy. And I think because I think your brain is your brain is searching for him. Because you've been shown, you've been given that, you know what I mean? Like you know. And so your brain is searching for him. Um, so maybe when we do some brain spotting, we'll focus on releasing some control because it does sound like your brain is trying to control the outcome here, and that's what will resist this. That's also true, Dominique. Absolutely. You'll also see their vehicle, like, lots of, you'll start seeing like the make of their vehicle everywhere. Um, of course we can be friends, Sarah. Thank you. Yeah. Dominique is fantastic. You also have phenomenal energy, and I'm enjoying speaking with you as well, Sarah. Um, but yeah, Dominique, I love Dominique so much. Thank you. I just learned how to use my gifts. I don't know. But I guess since my very first reading, I've been pretty good at it. But I've had my clients, I've had some where they're like, I don't know. But then usually like a couple months later I hear back from them and they're like, whoa. So there's that. But I'm just the channel, and I just learned how to be the channel. That's all. Oh goodness. Dominique makes fantastic candles. Sarah, I can't wait to hear about all of your business adventures when you're ready. I do have Instagram, and also, you feel free to email me whenever. Um, Even if you just want to say hey. Nice. I look forward to it. For sure. Oh, I get it. Sometimes it's hard. Because you just want to know. You just want to know what's going on. And you like your brain wants physical proof of what's happening, or, you know what I mean? Like, I get it. I totally do. I am on all kinds of social media, but it's strictly to promote my business. um, Sometimes I will put some personal stuff on there, on Facebook or on Instagram or on YouTube and stuff, but you know, I feel like that's kind of part of promoting the business is selling, not selling myself, but letting people know like I'm a real person with real life stuff going on also. But social media is really bad, like as far as it can totally change your whole day. Like if you start, hi, I'm going to call you ambassador, is what I'm going to call you. Yeah, and did you know that basically as a human, we're crystals? Did you know that? Like, so crystals are made up of two things, and I'm drawing a blank. And those two things are also in our body. Plus, like I feel like one of them's like silica, and then there's something else that crystals are made out of. But basically, we also have we're basically like big crystals. And so when we are like on our phones, like sucked into our phones, it's almost like a magnet in a way. So and it gets you kind of like stuck and in this like trance, and then it kind of lowers your vibe, right? Because you're a crystal trying to match the energy of another crystal, and that crystal just happens to be your phone, which is very low vibing in a way, but and so it is very easy to get so sucked into it, and yeah, it's wild. Yeah, don't feel guilty. Don't feel guilty because we all been there. I can't tell you how many times I'm like, I find myself just like, I don't want to say that I'm like cussing at the universe, but sometimes I'm like, what is happening? Like, what is even going on right now? Like, where am I at? Like, what, where are you? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so don't feel guilty. It's definitely all about it's all part of the journey. And it's actually what it is. It's building a relationship between you and your guides and your angels and the universe, and um, yeah, it happens. I get it. And that's perfect, Dominique. Like, sorry about what I'm about to say, but I got to get this off my chest. Like, and you know what? Um, Zella, do you need anything, Pumpkin?
No.
Okay. Um, for some reason, I feel like I want to say like in the darkness is where you'll find light. I don't. That doesn't seem like it would make any sense right now, but um, sometimes you got to go there. Sometimes you got to honor that shadow and recognize it, and you know what I'm saying? So, you're good. It's okay. Definitely don't feel guilty. For sure forgive yourself for that. Why can't you feel your toes? Have you been drinking water? Like, I'm not sure. Is that like a serious question right now? And this is like donations only, so I don't know. um, Everyone has their own relationship with their own guides, and this is how I see it and how I feel about it is like if you like everyone has their own relationship. So like if you can't be real and you can't be you, like like I don't think that like your guides or that your ancestors or that even God or the universe wants you to praise them and act like you are something that is less than they are. I feel like it's a relationship, right? And in relationships sometimes things get messy. Sometimes things get dark. Right? And more so than anyone ever is like you if you can't be real with your angels and your guides and the universe and God, then who the fuck can you be real with? So like that's how I see it. And as long as you are, because they know your heart and they know that you're just expressing yourself. And yeah, they also know that every time you're going to come back and you're going to be like, hey, like, I'm sorry about that. Like, the other day when I was like really mad at you and like, but I'm sorry. Like they know that they know and they're going to embrace you because you've already been forgiven. Like they're not even mad about it. You know what I'm saying? Like oh, I love you both so much. Yeah, so it sounds like she has like what's coming to mind is very like self-aware issues, like maybe like she's not self-aware or like I don't know, maybe still attached to perfection or something like that. I don't know, but we don't need to worry about her. I'm glad that you're able to like release that guilt or that shame. Hey Pumpkin, what you need? You just want to say hi? Perfect. That sounds perfect, Sarah. We love you very much. Exactly. We're going to send her love from distance and just let her do her thing. She'll figure it out on her own time. So, ambassador, like, I don't understand. Like, what was that? Why can't you feel your toes? I feel like it's a blood sugar problem, but I'm not a doctor. Thank you so much, Sarah. You enjoy your pizza. Thank you so much for joining us and for participating and purchasing the readings. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a fantastic evening. We'll talk soon. Love you so much. That's kind of what I thought. Like, what? What? Like, why can't you feel your toes? You should go to the doctor. I am not a doctor. Like, it sounds like a blood pressure problem or like a blood sugar problem. But, yeah, not a doctor. Oh my goodness. Oh, well, things are kind of winding down, and I looked up, and so that was confirmation. It was 1:11:22, like 111 minutes and 22 seconds. And just as I was thinking, well, I think I'm going to wrap this up. This is Zyla. She wasn't feeling super well today, and then she seems to be up and moving around and feeling a little bit better. So I'm going to just go check in with her and spend some time with her and see what she's got going on, because I can tell she's looking for a little bit of mama time. So I'm gonna give it to her. I'm also gonna look up what that number means. It was 11122. Thank you, Dominique, for everything. I love you so much. Have sweet dreams and have a great day at work tomorrow. And thank you everyone else for being here. Anyone that participated or purchased a reading or just adding your energy, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you all so much. And we will see you next time.